It's hard to imagine that the scrapbook page that started this was the day that the royal queen had died. But the scrapbook has gone on so much since then, from a simple collage all the way to themes, different expressions, Halloween themed, using different materials. It's just grown throughout the years. And it's just absolutely amazing how much I can freely use my imagination to create such beauty, even tributes to past actors, and even being able to document stuff that I'm doing at this very moment. So I thought I would do an update to this to show you how far I've done. We've got, of course, Christmas, the Year of the Dragon, no, Year of the Rabbit, the theatre show My Neighbour Totoro, which me and my mum saw, documented of Pikachu, which I need to fix because, as you can see, oh, his cheeks come off, unfortunately, and he's lost an eye during one of our adventures. So we're going to have to fix his eye, and I'm going to embroider his cheeks on rather than glue them because they are unfortunately coming off. We've got the shows that we did, which were a huge amount of fun to do. Hannah the Baskervilles, which I attended a radio production of with some friends, which was just awesome. Disney Villains, big Disney fan, so had to do Disney Villains. Another Doctor Who page, which is just absolutely incredible. It's two-sided because I had so many stickers I had to do. Complete collage. A couple of story ideas that I've got. Valentine's, using pieces and pieces from Disney calendars that I'm still using. That was my birthday page. An updated version of St. Patrick's Day with mostly Irish themed products or stuff linked to Ireland, which is pretty cool. We've got Red Nose Day, which I need to get better glue for because it keeps falling off. We've got the Hogwarts houses with people represented in the houses as well. That came from a combination of a Harry Potter scrapbook page book, some stickers from some old albums, and these which came in an advent calendar, which is pretty cool and absolutely awesome. We've got Doctor Who companions as well, which is pretty cool. Mother's Day with representation of mothers in Harry Potter and Disney, including Rue, which is pretty awesome, Lady, Dumbo's mother, Duchess. We've got Hermione, we've got Molly, we've got some pictures of my Easter jar, including when we had a little fun with AI, because this was my husband took one of these pictures and put it on AI, and this is what they represented, which is pretty cool. And then my own Easter page, which are mainly just cutouts from actual Easter egg boxes, which was cool. It was lovely to be able to recycle the Easter boxes. We've got the marathon. This was incredibly clever. I love this idea. The day of the coronation with the king. Sci-Fi London throughout the years. We didn't have a Sci-Fi London this year, so I didn't get to do a page for this year. When we saw the Mario movie, I did a page on the Mario movie, and then I did my favourite Mario character, which happens to be a Luigi. Sci-fi, LARPing Lochner. This was 2022 and this was 2023, and I'm still working on 2024 at the moment. The puppet show that I did last year, which was pretty awesome. And these are shows that I did in 2024. Yeah, 2024, which is pretty cool. And then we did some Christmas scrapbook pages as well, which I'm planning on doing this year. We did one for Pride. I didn't do one for this year because I was so busy. We've got one for Pride, and then we've got representation of Matilda. We might do another version of this, of another Roald Dahl book for this Christmas, but I don't know yet. Past jobs. It was wonderful finding all of this stuff and being able to put them together. It was so cool. Jurassic Park page. I did a game on the same year, so I had to do a page representing that. A Christmas page. That's Father's Day. Yeah, that's my Father's Day page. And these are some working ones which you haven't seen yet. This is still a work in progress. So last year we celebrated 75 years since the Windrush brought the people to the UK. And I found some pictures and some leaflets and flyers and put them all together. This isn't finished because there's something missing from this page, but I can't figure it out. And of course last year we also had the tragedy that happened with the Titanic, with the submarine at the Titanic. There's some pictures of the Titanic which I have, which I'm trying to find, which I'm going to use to complete this page. So this isn't finished yet, but this was a tribute to what happened. So when this is finished, I will post that, as with this. This was my Black Friday representation, which I was very nervous to put out, but something just popped, so it's fine. But yeah, this is my Black Friday page. This might come out this year. I'm not 100% sure. There is something missing from this because I want to find some pictures of famous Black Friday, including Martin Luther King and Rosa Parks, who I do admire. So I want to find some pictures of those before I publish this one. My army one, which is pretty cool. This came from a combination of pictures, some army stickers, and a collection of other stuff as well, which just looks absolutely awesome. My bonfire night one, which is mainly just to I wanted to add the representation of bonfire before, as well as the fireworks, which was cool. My Grand's old recipe, which I am planning on doing this year. I am planning on doing this at some point this year, so stay tuned because you might see me trying to make this. Hopefully this paper survives. It's got glitter from this one, that was a mistake. Then last year I did the Camden Fringe. Here's the picture of all of the plays put together. We've got Pink Elephant, Signpost into Blackpool, Bunker Buddies and Lodger, as well as some pictures including The Lion and the Unicorn, which is where the theatre that we performed this, which was awesome. I've also been collecting some flyers of shows that are performing at the moment: Lion King, Harry Potter, Back to the Future, and Frozen, and made a collage out of that. Can't remember if I published this. I probably haven't, but at some point I'm going to go through my videos and do tribute to scrapbook page, the ones I haven't done yet. Some of them are either work in progress, or I'm seeing if it's I'm trying to see if it's complete, if I don't need to add anything else. This was randomly given to me by a customer while I was working, which is awesome. This is now going to be a tribute to my old workplace because I have left my workplace now. I am in the process of looking for another job. So this will be a tribute. Might even turn this into a tribute to my workplace. I'm not sure. But the Signposting to Blackpool, each of the plays got their own version, representation. So here's Signposting to Blackpool, Bunker Buddies, which is here, which looks really, really cool. We've got Pink Elephants. Pink Elephants I had the majority of the stuff with, so this was fun to do. And then Lodgers here, which was even more fun to do. Just pieces of old scrap I had in the house. And I bought a rent book as well because the lodger needs to pay rent. This one hasn't come out yet because I haven't quite finished it yet. Believe it or not, it's not finished. Or maybe it is finished and I'm still deciding, but I'll consider it in a little later on. But this is Heard in the City. This is the statue that we did last year. Did we do more? Yeah, we did. One of the statues that we did last year was Heard in the Elephants. This was in Southend, so we did that. And we did another one last year, which is the Morth one, where this was all around London, and this is pretty cool. There's something missing from here, but I can't figure out what it is yet. So as soon as I figured it out, I'll of course post this. Brick Dinos, this was an outing that me and my dad had. This deserved its own little page. We went to the gallery as well, so there's some gallery pictures there as well. We've got Lego dinos, some Lego bits, and the ticket that we bought, which was pretty awesome. Then we did another play last year. This was Goals. Goals was a fantastic show. It's basically about going through a woman's life, woman's struggles. It was a very surreal, very odd play, but it was absolutely fantastic, and I loved being a part of it. And I hope to work with these guys again. I haven't heard anything from these guys since, but I hope they're doing well and hopefully see them soon. House of Hysteria was a play that was actually one of the directors that I worked with at Camden Fringe recommended me to this group. They're doing so well. They're performing at Riverside Studios. I did some shows with them at Riverside Studios, but I haven't worked with them since. I hope they're doing okay. They are actually a brilliant team to work with. They did House of Hysteria, which they did at the Vanguard Theatre in Camden Market, which was awesome. I've never been to Camden Market. That was a huge experience. Again, Heard in the City, but this is where we went back to get the last couple of elephants that we managed to miss in the first one, including my favorite, which is the police one. I think the police one is just awesome. Another page where I collected quite a lot of old leaflets. We now have Mousetrap, which I've seen. It's absolutely brilliant. ABBA Voyage, which is also brilliant. We have Moulin Rouge, which I haven't seen yet. It's on my to-do list. Peeking out behind there, we have Miss Doubtfire. It is just a fantastic play. And Operation Mincemeat as well was also added to that one at the last minute, which was just awesome. And all these plays are just absolutely brilliant. I'd highly recommend it. And I love collecting leaflets. I might keep doing this random. Oh, there's also Tina as well, which is currently performing in the UK. I love doing this. This is just so awesome. It looks a mess, and it is a mess, but collages and simple scrapbook pages just make it stand out. It's just absolutely brilliant. This is not finished, believe it or not, because I do have a picture of my own of this dinosaur here, which I'm trying to at some point get printed out, but this is almost finished. This is when me and my mom went to visit the biggest dinosaur, which is absolutely fantastic. This is bits that I bought from... I'm making a habit of, if I go to see something, I buy something in the gift shop, mainly so I can create scrapbook pages. We also found out that Ratty has an obsession with gemstones and particularly with rocks, so we are going to explore that at some point, either this year or next year. I need to get a job first. I hate that. I need to sellotape this cotton down because it keeps coming off. But yeah, like I said, with the company that I did, Mystic House, we then did some cabarets at the Riverside. I did 2 of them. They have done quite a lot since then, including a dog show, and they've recently done a cabaret panto as well, which I wasn't involved with. But I hear they're doing really well, and I keep in touch with them through Instagram as well. But they did Chaotic Cabaret, which was a Halloween themed one, and then they did a Thanksgiving one as well, mainly basing them on, these are bits and pieces that I picked up after the show. And this was created with a poster and quite a lot of things that I already had around the house. I tend to use scrap that's in my house rather than try and buy things. It's cost effective. My friend had my godchild, which is a girl, so I made a scrapbook page dedicated to her, which I've just finished. I'm not going to add a picture of my godchild because I haven't got permission from the mum. And I'd rather get permission from the mum before I do anything. This is a best friends tribute, which is on the same side because one of my best friends had a little girl, so same page, which was pretty awesome. And this came from bits and pieces. These are things that I snagged from the party, and then we had quite a lot of little children in Disney to represent it, which was awesome. And then this year I did a panto, and here is the tribute page to that one. Once Upon a Time, a panto, which was pretty much awesome. We are the Year of the Dragon, so I did a Year of the Dragon page for Chinese New Year. Didn't post it because I've been so behind in posting. I will get up to speed with this. Then me and my mum, we went to the Disney 100 exhibition. This is before my finances started to go down, so I made a tribute page based on that, which is a combination of photos where I got from the quiz. We got some Disney pictures. These here are actually from the 100 Disney diamond art, which I'm going to do another page on at some point because I want to use some of the duplicates to create that page. We are in the process. We haven't finished the year off yet, so this is the stage so far on all of the shows that I have done this year. I've done Lord Arthur, Seville's Crime. With this company, I was asked to do another play in September, but as of this moment, I don't know if I can do it. But Trapped in Time, which was a double bill, this is where I did Quinton's Hill, which I highly recommended, and was very, very... They did tell me that this was, that out of all three of these, this was easy. This was just a couple of scenes, boom. And this was, I think, 2 scene changes, and then boom, done. But this one had a train crash in it, and that was a huge challenge. But I love challenges. I love challenges when it comes to my lighting work. It's so awesome. News from Vauxhall, that's the paid work that I did, which is this picture as well. That was with a company that I've worked with before, which is absolutely brilliant. And I haven't done very much shows this year. I'm hoping to do another show this year, maybe. I'm waiting for someone to reply. We lost Dave Myers, which as a lot of people will know is the hairy biker. We have also lost Theoden from Lord of the Rings, who is on my to-do list to do. He hasn't got a page dedicated to him yet, but he will at some point. And we've also lost a Charmed actress. Oh god, so I need to put my ideas up and get them done. But we've got the hairy biker. This one is complete. It isn't up yet because I need to double check with someone to make sure that this page is actually accurate. And also I feel that like it needs something, but I don't know what yet. So as soon as I figure out what that something is, I will get onto it, but we will see. Then we have the tribute to News from Vauxhall. We have the reference to Vauxhall Station, Vauxhall and King's Cross St Pancras, which was mentioned in the play. We have the fact that the young lady was often partying, reference to it's a typewriter, not a laptop, but it's reference to the fact that he's writing a story, and it's slightly after the pandemic, and occasionally the young lady takes a picture, so that reference is also in there. Then we have Trapped in Time, the only person who I don't think I've uploaded a video of this yet. I'll have to double check. But we have Goldfish Girl, we have Morocco, which was where it was represented. We have a little train up there, and we've got suitcases, army soldiers, which was linked to Quentin Hill, and we've got a boat which is linked to Goldfish Girl, and then we have our own representations pages. This is Quentin Hill. This is the story of how a very, very fatal accident happened during World War I, I believe it was, where a couple of trains unfortunately collided. And it's the story of how it happened, which is an amazing story to go through. And we've even got, this is my favourite bit, because I got to meet the writer of the play, who is a great man, and together we actually created the logbook, or rather the paper logbook, that was one of the crucial evidences, hence why it's labelled as evidence. Because that is and probably was used as evidence in the case. It is based on a true story, which is the saddest thing. But the more I hear about the story, the more I really felt, and it was one of the reasons why I aimed the crash to be where the audience is. Number one, because the audience are meant to be in this rail area here where the accident actually happened. And number two, it felt bad to just have the sound of a crash, and people think, oh, it's just the sound of a crash. No, I wanted the audience to experience what it's like for the soldiers who were trapped in the carriages when it happened, the passengers that were going along this line. It was a tragic and awful accident that killed so many people, and it's amazing that we can now use a play to educate and tribute to the people whose lives were lost and the lives that were affected as well. We've got mint tea in Marrakesh, which is in Morocco. Coins, because they flip a coin. Got some references to the style here. This isn't cannabis, before somebody accuses me of it. This is actually mint tea. This is mint leaves. Came from a mint leaf plant, of which we've got the seeds, which we're planning on growing ourselves. Got some Moroccan, because they're sort of in a cafe throughout the whole play. So I have some Moroccan fresh mint tea here. A Moroccan menu, which is actually in the UK, which is it's a pretty awesome place. I have eaten in there. And then Goldfish Girl. This was the most difficult of the scrapbook pages that I actually did, partly because there wasn't really much in the way that I could. I'm trying to think of how to describe it. It's basically a young girl has lost her memory due to a tragic accident, and the husband's trying to regain the memory. So we've got words which occasionally come out. She mentions that the words are linked to whales, so we've got whale references there. Yes, there are some bad words in there, but that is the name of the boat. We've got a little girl, and this is meant to represent sea, because the tragedy was they lost their little girl in the water. So we've got some references to boats and water, and a little candle here, and a dictionary with some words. And at the start, she is given something from Costa. So I got a Costa page there, which is awesome. Now here is some stuff that we're still working on or still processing at the moment. This year's Christmas advent calendar is going to be Wonka. So we've got one reference here. We've got some more scraps in the house somewhere. So we've got that, which we're working on. And then we have, I'm just going to move this slightly. We attended a charity statue event, which was some guide dogs, or at least dogs, statues of dogs, all around London. And I even added a little picture because one of my dear friends is blind and has a little dog called Xena, so it felt wrong to not add our own special little hero to the page. This is mostly complete. I've been so behind with a lot of my stuff, so this will have its own tribute at some point, but I need to get that done. We also have my game, which I did this year, which was Escape on a Budget. I've made a note of references that I need to pick up, so at some point I need to gather all of that stuff, but that's kind of in the back burner until I get a job. Once I've got a job, I can start working on this one again. And then we've got LARPing. We've got a few things, but I've made a note of bits and pieces and references which we've done of the show so far. We've got that list will increase because we've got quite a lot of stuff that we need to do. I also have some bits and pieces which I need to stick on here. So this will probably not be done until the last game, when I know what is needed and what isn't, which is just absolutely awesome. We also went to see Stranger Things, The First Shadow, which was a theatre production, which you see I have not worked on yet. I need to get that done at some point. So I've got some bits and pieces here, which including a leaflet, which I need to cut up and we'll stick onto there. But what I want to do first is it's going to be one of the few where it's painted, so I want to paint this first, which is why this is taking quite a long time. But what is completed and does need a page of its own is my mother-in-law and father-in-law paid for us to visit a manor house, which is a holiday resort, which does involve crafts as well. So Ratty, me and Steve played a game of Crazy Golf, so here is the paperwork. And then we did some hiking before we went to the manor. I did some snooker, we did some archery and rifle shooting, we did some toy making, some needle felt, we did some wood carving. This isn't glued down properly because I might take this off again. We also ended up at Paddington Station, hence why there's references to Paddington. We played some bingo. This is an ID card which you could hand in. We got a spa. We've got bowling, which we did as well. There's Paddington again. And a little country field, and this is a reference to some of the stitching for the embroidery, which I can keep having a look at should I ever need to, which is just awesome. I'm gonna pull that down. And we've got chain stitch, fly stitch, stem, which is a huge amount of fun to do. And I pray and hope I haven't forgotten any of these yet. I don't think I have, but this is pretty awesome. Let me fold that in. So this needs to be videoed and put up as well. Let me put the Stranger Things stuff back in here for storage purposes. We also recently had a brand new Doctor who appeared on. This is missing some other Doctor Who references as well, so this isn't finished. As soon as this is finished, this will go up as well. I also attended a science fiction event called Set to Stun. This was at a little house. It was spread out around the rooms, which I thought was an awesome idea. This is missing some references to other science fiction films. It's got Doctor Who already, but it had Red Dwarf, Star Wars. I don't think they had Star Trek, but they had Battlestar. No, Blake 7 and a film called Tripods. So I'm hoping to find some references to them so I can stick them on here as well. And then this will be complete. Again, this is currently on hold. We are also going to celebrate our, what's that? Oh, our anniversary real soon. So we've got, this is the actual invitation to our wedding all those years ago. And I need some more anniversary themed references for this one. So this one's not finished yet. Lord Arthur's Seville's Crime. This is in reference to the play that I've recently done. This is missing so much, and at some point I will sit down and work out what I need to do, hence why nothing's written on the page. But here's one of the leaflets, so as soon as I've got time I'll get started on that one. This one keeps getting stuck for some reason. Is that the last one? Yep. So then we did the East Finchley Festival, where I did some puppets. I did some puppet shows. At some point, I need to find a picture of puppets. I do have a picture of puppets. I need to put it on here. But we've got some of the references. All it's missing is the puppets, because I did the puppet show. And once that's done, that can have its own video. But yep, that one's also nearly complete. And this one is just missing some final details to it. This is in reference to the fact that McDonald's did a Yu-Gi-Oh! And Kirby, because Kirby are celebrating a birthday, I believe. But Yu-Gi-Oh! Is what I'm mainly interested in. These are duplicates, by the way. Before anyone scolds me, these are duplicates. I have these cards, many of these cards already, so I use these because I have lots of these. But yeah, that's the reference, and that's it so far. I don't think I've got any other plans. Nope. Other than there's quite a few other scrapbook pages that I can do as well. There's the Theridon one, which I'll do at some point, and the Charmed one, which will probably go on here, and several others which are also on my to-do list. As soon as I have time, I will catch up with them. But that is an update to the scrapbook book of the pages that I have already done. So I'm going to get started on completing some of these, and when we do another update, which will be in next July, you'll see this book will mostly, as you can see, it is now getting pretty full. So I need to get started on finishing some of these. It is so thick, I'm having to use string to tie it up. But once this is done, this will move on to a brand new scrapbook page. Possibly a proper scrapbook book, but I love using old notebooks. I think they are so cool and so fun. They're not durable though, so I need to be a bit careful. But gonna get working on some of the scrapbooks. There'll be some new ideas. There'll be a Christmas one hopefully, and another one which is coming up, which I need to work out what that one's going to be. But I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you guys real soon. Catch you later. Bye.